Futures now, old man.
What to do, Rookie HQ? Jose and J Mac here, back with you on the Rookie Market Review Show. What's going on tonight, man?
Not much, man. Checking in with you, Rookie HQ gang. How we doing? Hope you guys are been enjoying our content here on the platform. I think we got a little, tight end combine hype we're gonna talk about today with our boy Stowers, Powers. I don't know. We need to come up with it's a freak as a cool nickname. I think we got to think of something for our boy Eli because Eli's not a very cool name, but yeah, man, I've been good. J-Mac, how you been?
I've been good, man. Yeah, we can workshop some stuff like the twin Stowers or
No, I don't.
these
I don't. No, I don't. I don't
not
know. We
not a
want
good
to
one.
talk
Okay.
about that. That might be the wrong one.
All right. All right. Maybe
Uh,
it'd be fun if you could get them on a team with Brock Bowers. Then they could be the I don't know.
that
But
would just be
Bowers,
horrible for fantasy.
Bowers and
Like,
Stowers, that would
yeah.
no, not on the same NFL team.
On your team. Yeah,
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 on your
yeah, yeah,
dynasty
yeah, yeah.
team. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Then something. Then you can name them the twin Bowers Stour. I don't know. There's a word. There's definitely something there. That's a question for Chat GPT.
There you go.
All right, man. But yeah, let's dive into it. We're gonna be doing some trades. We're gonna treat Eli Stowers here as we're going to call him the 110 right now. I think if we look at him in terms of player profiler rankings, he's there at the 111. We're going to give him a little bit more credit than that because I think that's probably where he's going to end up is, in that late first. And honestly, it could go even higher if he gets the draft capital or the landing spot is really nice. So let's dive into the rookie market here. All right, let's jump into it. We got our Dynasty Daddy open. We got some trades involving the 110 up. Let's find a good one here. Let's start here. I mean, the 110 is not going to have great value, guys, so buckle up. You're going to have to put on your hat here for whether or not you think Eli Stowers is going to make a difference on your team or not. But hey, right here at the top in a Superflex 12 by 10 full PPR, getting quite the premium here at 7.5. Christian Watson on the left side or Eli Stowers on the right side with a little throw in of Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, I mean, I just had to go double check that I didn't miss some Christian Watson news or make sure I knew who Christian Watson was because I don't really understand what he would be worth a first and a backup running back. I mean, Kamani Vidal is whatever, but I mean he was decent as a backup. So yeah, I mean I think it's Stowers. Also, when we were talking about the player profile rankings, if you toggle the tight end premium, he is the 10th overall rookie. So
Mm.
I think we got him pegged pretty good there. And I think I take Stowers, right? I mean, you're talking about a 1.75 per reception for Stowers, who by a lot of metrics even outperforms Sadiq based on height, weight, like all the things combined together. So I'm in. I think he kind of cemented himself, and I think this is a great spot for him in the draft. And I mean, if somebody's hungry for Christian Watson, I'll feed it to him all day, and I'll take my 110. Even as somebody who's not a big fan of these kind of later round draft picks, for a Christian Watson, that's easy all day long.
I think it speaks more to what the 110 is than what Christian Watson is.
Yeah.
Which is these are the types of moves you all should be making if you're out there. I think the Watson hype is high based on how Green Bay's season ended, right? I mean, he was the go-to guy once he got back healthy. I mean, granted, that was without a Jaden Reed involved in the offense and without the tight end. I'm blanking on his name now. Tucker Kraft involved, who was the number one pass catcher on the team before he got hurt. So, maybe the Christian Watson here is an illusion, and this is a sell high moment where you can get yourself into some Eli Stowers. And honestly, It's looking pretty good if you ask me, especially in a 0.75 tight end premium.
Yeah, 100%. I think thinking about it from that side is perfect. Like if you have a Christian Watson, maybe even a little higher comparable player, and you want to kind of spam out for 109 through the 111, 112. I do think that's good process pretty
Yeah.
much in any team build that you're doing, because adding a rookie, or even if you just use that pick, to make a trade later down the line, I think this is where some people, maybe like myself, who are really devaluing those picks, have regret later when the draft rolls around, and maybe you're on JMax side where you think they will increase in value because the players will get more hits in the draft than we're thinking, that I'm thinking. So you can really catch some people with buyers or sellers remorse here in these types of trades.
Yeah, I don't see this pick happening when it's on the clock. This is like the time that you had to move for these picks is now, and it makes sense. All right, that's a weird one. I don't like that one. That's not real. Patrick Mahomes for 3 late firsts. What are we doing here? What do you think? Uh,
I like that the Trey
it's
McBride one.
let's do it. It's
Oh, okay.
the Trey McBride one.
No, you're good. You're good. I think you could hit that one and then do that one
Well,
next.
this one's interesting because it is a full tight end premium here, right?
Right.
So we have a Superflex 12 by 10 full PPR full tight end premium. On the left side, we have the 107. Let's call that Concepcion, a 28 first, and then Eli Stowers for a T. Higgins, a Devon Achan on the right side. I mean, that right side's pretty juicy, I'm not going to lie. But honestly, in this one, the 107 might be that Eli Stowers rather than that 110 since it's a full tight end premium. But nonetheless, we're going to call it those two players. Are you comfortable moving off Achan and T. Higgins for a future first in those two players?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is that it's a 2028 first. That's kind of what my biggest hang up is. I really don't like trading for those picks so far in advance. You never know what can happen in the league. All of a sudden, three managers leave, and are stuck with a bunch of picks from 2 years from now, and the league folds. Like
That
that's
never
things that come
happens,
to my
right?
mind. Never, yeah, never at all. No, but so that's kind of my biggest thing. I'm not a huge HN fan, but I think in a full PPR, that's definitely pretty enticing. So I think I could make an argument for both. I think if I'm competing, I want the known commodities. I would give me Higgins and Devon Achan. I do think they have more inherent value right now. If things shake out in the NFL draft as maybe you're predicting, I could see the 107 and 110 being pretty equal in value to T Higgins plus some of Devon Achan, and then it's whatever you think about trading for 2028 picks, if it makes sense or not. So yeah, that's how I would lean. I think the one full point of tight end premium though does make it a lot more, a lot closer.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if you'd even get Eli Stowers at the 107 there. I mean, you got to imagine Sadiq is going top five in this format, and then is Stowers going over any of those other top five? Definitely not Jeremiah Love, probably not Fernando Mendoza in a super flex. Is he going to top those other three guys? I guess that would probably depend on landing spot here. To me, like for me to make this trade, I would have to know that that 2028 is just on the dog crap team. Like that's the 101 of 2027 and the 101 of 2028. He's got no picks, no players. Like that's really the only side where I'm taking the picks. Cause man, it's still Devon Achan and T Higgins. Like T Higgins, you're getting a first for. Devon Achan, you're getting two first for. I could probably flip those into future first in 2027 and a much stronger draft class in season. I guess maybe things go south for Achan. That's always a possibility, but I think I could do more with the players in this one.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's keep moving here. You like the Trey McBride one. This
Yeah,
one
I think.
here,
Yeah, I just thought it was. Yeah, you want to go over the trade before we get into it?
let's do it. Superflex 12 by 11 full point PPR, 0.75 tight end premium. Trey McBride or Tetaroa McMillan and Eli Stowers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of those type of situations where you really have to know what you think of Stowers, but it's kind of one of
Mm.
those things we were talking about, like with him or Safriq, like can you tier up into one of these guys, right? Like, is this the type of player that maybe you can get if people really buy into the hype, especially after the combine, right? And I think Tet is no slouch in a full PPR. So I think it makes it pretty close. I think I just go McBride. It's going to be a little bit rough, but I think with that 0.75 in full PPR, no matter who the
Yeah.
quarterback is for the Cardinals and how bad they are, I think McBride will get you there. Maybe it won't be as awesome as this season when Brisket took over, but it still will be, he's probably be the full offense. Maybe the touchdowns don't, come back again because the offense and the team's just going to be so bad. But I'm not too scared for McBride in that situation. So I think I take McBride just because I know he's the content. He's he's the whole thing, the whole offense probably going into next year. But I think it's a pretty close deal. Like I wouldn't hate the other side. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty firmly on the Trey McBride side here, but at the same time, maybe if like Trey McBride is my only asset that I'm trying to like split him. I just don't know if I'm trying to split him into Tedero McMillan and the 110. Um, I'm over here trying to look up my hotkey for the smoked brisket. I'm just gonna gamble here. Is this it? That was not it.
Sure wasn't. Sure
That was
wasn't.
Danny Dimes.
The
But
gamble did
let's
not
keep.
pay off.
It's also not helping that I
You can't
have.
see it.
Yeah.
Put the glasses on, guys.
It's like,
Nothing happened. The nebulizer, nothing's happening.
should we try another one?
Why not? There you go.
There he is.
There he is.
All right. Hopefully you guys are still here.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we got a T Mac and the 110. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Trey McBride and the 0.75 tight end premium. It doesn't feel like I'm getting enough back. But let's say like Eli Stowers, you get him at the 110 and then he hits, and Tedero McMillan has that takeoff year, and Trey McBride, like I could see this going the other way in a year from now. I feel like I can do more with that Trey McBride, and it's a less risky investment.
Yeah, I mean, talking about not just the pick, but Stowers himself as a player, I think, in case you're not super familiar with who he is, he was a quarterback, played quarterback in Texas. He was actually committed to Texas A&M to play quarterback, and he was a backup there before he transferred and then moved to tight end. So you kind of see it when he's playing. He seems very smart. He can read defenses. He's great at beating zone coverage because of that. So you kind of see that quarterback mind with him playing. He definitely needs to bulk up, get a little bit bigger.
Mm.
But I think he's just hoping that he hits the right coach that's going to believe in him and give him the opportunity to develop as a blocker because he's not that great. But I think he has a pretty high ceiling. I mean, he could pretty much be a big body slot wide receiver, right? That plays tight end, who's eyes to block, but just does a ton out of the slot, and it kind of fits the mold of where we think kind of the NFL is trending, at least analytics wise, of 11 personnel, 12 personnel. The tight ends kind of more down the field. He's pretty good at that as a vertical threat. So I definitely think that Stowers has that in him. He has an ability to be, in a year or two, if things pan out, a top 6 dynasty tight end, depending on how some of these other guys play out and who moves around. So I do think there's a ceiling there for him. But yeah, like you said, it's hard for him to see him ever really surpass McBride in any sort of sense.
Yeah, I don't see him surpassing it, right? I mean, the bet here is like Tedero McMillan is taken off, and I
Right.
don't mind it. I like T Mac, like he's a great prospect. It's just I'm placing a lot of chips on that Panthers offense, which is something that I just don't feel comfortable doing at this point in time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that Panthers like betting on their offense either. So, all right,
Well,
let's see what.
if they're betting on their offense, we need to call the commissioner because something doesn't
Yeah.
smell good there. All right, let's go to another one here. This one's kind of interesting because given your relationship with AJ Brown this past year,
Our relationship, it was a triangle. It was a
the
messed
triangle.
up little triangle we had going on with AJ Brown.
It was, man. We kept plugging him in, hoping for a regression. and he regressed all over us.
Yeah,
So,
hard. Multiple weeks over and over again.
so knowing that, and I'm sure we've heard all the trade rumors surrounding AJ Brown. He's definitely getting shopped by the Eagles here. So in a two or super flex 12 by 12 half PPR full point tight end premium, that's playing a big role here. Are you taking Eli Stowers and a third or AJ Brown?
Yeah, man. I mean, that full point is doing a lot of heavy lifting. I mean, you're definitely never getting Stowers at the 110, but like for
That's probably
pretend's sake,
true.
let's say it's the 107 or 106 instead, just so we can still talk about Stowers. Pretty much Stowers for AJ Brown is how I see it. The 310 in this draft doesn't mean much to me. With that full extra tight end premium, I think I'd have to be a decent ways away from contending just because I think in season or the moment AJ Brown gets traded to like the Patriots, he's going to be worth more than this package alone, even with the extra tight end premium. So I think I still lean AJ Brown, even all the horrible things that have happened. I feel like people still believe in AJ Brown. Like there's still, people out there that love AJ Brown and think he's still elite. They don't have such a negative thought about him. That if he gets traded to like a New England who was in talks or one of these teams, that you'd still prefer the AJ Brown side.
Yeah, it's a rough one, man. Like I want to buy the dip on AJ Brown because it's low. It's definitely low right now. As you can see, a 110 and a third going for him. I'm actually kind of surprised he fished that in this league. Um, I'm just gonna take Eli Stowers. But I think it also probably depends on where I'm at in that league, right? If I have a strong wide receiver room and I kind of need to get into a tight end, this would be a great way to do it. Or if I'm aging out, like see AJ Brown, that kind of makes a ton of sense too. Yeah, yeah. Give me Eli Stowers. All right, let's keep moving here. Let's see if we can find something a little heavier. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Travion Henderson, Eli Stowers, a 2027 1 and a 2, or Puka Nakua. Sorry, we're in 12 by 10 full PPR, 0.75 tight end premium.
Yeah, I mean, looking at off the rip, I think I want Puka, but it's definitely, there's a lot of questions and things to consider here. Like, what do you expect Trayvon Henderson to be? The playoffs was not promising for him after how kind of the regular season had ended. So, what do you expect him to be going forward? Eli Stowers in a 1.75 total like points that you're getting for reception it feels really good, and then you're getting one of those coveted 2027 first round and second round picks. Um, it's just not the type of package that I want to move Puka for. Like,
Hmm.
I do think that the value is there. 3 firsts, basically. I think maybe 4 firsts if you think
Mm-hmm.
Trayvon Henderson's worth maybe a little bit more than a first, and you add him to the second round that future year, you're almost getting closer to 4 first rounds of value. I think you're definitely in the ballpark of what Puka could, and I don't mind trading Puka. It's just not the pieces that I love, but I don't hate it, right? I think Puka has his own questions. I definitely think that they're going to be looking for a quarterback. As long as McVay stays, I'm okay. I'll be happy to have Puka on my team, even if Stafford isn't there. Because I think McVay will bring in a quarterback to be competent. But how do you feel? I'm like very uncertain.
I'm more firmly on the package side here. I think I'm a little higher on Travion Henderson than you are, though. We had a similar trade come our way like this in one of the leagues that we're working. It was we would give up T Mac and we would have got back Hendo and the 107. Let me get you guys a Hendo drop here. Where is he?
What side?
There he is. Okay. Okay.
Do we get 2 drops in there?
He did. There you go. You got the Harbaugh toasty. He's coming in off the
Oh man.
side. You gotta say like toasty. It's good stuff. Um, yeah, I'm refamiliarizing myself with my hotkeys here, guys. So yeah, but hopefully the drops are fun for you as they are for us. So yeah, Hendo here looking. I'm higher on him, right? I get it. He's definitely market value today. He's worth more than a first. But I also think going into next season that value is going to go up. Like, I mean, he's going to have big games, spike games where he's going to go up. Ramondre is definitely there and he is a concern, but he's older and he's only got, this season left on his contract, I think. Or maybe he plays through 2027. Regardless, Henderson's young enough, on a good team, tied to a good quarterback. That value is, I feel like, safe because no one's going to be expecting anything from him, and there's only room for him to go up. So I like the packages here if I can afford giving up Puka. Like that's a solid return, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I mean, Eli Stowers too, right? I mean, in a 0.75 tight end premium feels good. It feels good to kind of put that on your squad, especially if you're trying to enter a rebuild. All right. Ooh, here we go. RJ Harvey or Eli Stowers, straight up in a 12 by 11 full PPR half point tight end premium. Man, half point, dude. RJ Harvey getting no credit.
Yeah, I mean, there was just a lot of smoke there about them wanting to bring somebody in, right? Like that, I think was scaring people. I've never been a big RJ Harvey fan. I mean, um, he's almost at the age apex too. He's approaching that very quickly here. Uh, no, but
I
all
mean, you're
jokes
not
aside,
wrong.
I ah, man. Yeah, I think it's RJ Harvey. I think RJ Harvey is worth more than one random 2026 back end first, even if it is Eli Stowers, who we're projecting to be probably the second tight end. I think that could easily change if Eli Stowers, again, you probably wouldn't get him here if he got really good draft capital. But if we're just looking at it as Eli Stowers versus RJ Harvey, I think if he got some really good draft capital, this could definitely flip to the other side.
I don't know, man. I think Eli could get good draft capital, and he still might go at the 110. If he goes in the first round, you got to think there's probably five other receivers going in the first round, right? I don't know. Maybe he gets steamed up to like the 108, 109. Yeah, I guess that's possible. Yeah, man. It's good. This draft is going to be so wild. I can't wait until a month and a half from now when we have all the pieces to the puzzles and everything going in it. I'm taking RJ Harvey on this side too. I love Eli Stowers, but RJ Harvey's just getting no respect out there right now. It's kind of crazy. Like what changed? I don't understand. Like J.K. Dobbins, no one actually thought RJ Harvey was going to have the backfield to himself. But then again, it's not like he's in a backup role. He's seen snaps. He's the target share for him, I think, is like top five running backs for 2025 or for a target share. The dude was scoring touchdowns. I don't know what more he could have done for I don't know. I guess he had the lion's share and didn't really, produce like an RB1. Still.
Yeah, I mean most like player profiler and on fantasy calc, he's pretty much solidly in a RB2 ranking in Dynasty. 21 on player profiler and I think 24 on fantasy calc. So yeah, I mean the market seems to be heavily either undervaluing him or just down on him as a future prospect here.
I'd go buy him if I didn't have him in every league already.
Yeah, and then try to sell him for a random 27 first.
Hey man, I definitely made more people mad than I did with not trading anything. I was trying to test out that tool. I told you, yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
guys go check it out. Fantasy Helper, or sorry, dynastyhelper.com. My buddy created the website. You can send out bulk trades. So if you don't feel like clicking a ton of buttons, but you want to send out RJ Harvey for a first, you were talking about another bulk trade on here somewhere today. I don't remember what we were talking about, but it's great. It's a tool that works. I can click two buttons and send out 22 offers. It's a great thing. So dynastyhelper.com, you get one of those bulk trades sent out for free per month, And then if you want to do more than that, you can spend $5. Show him some love. He's just trying to make some money that he spends in all the AI to create those things. Funny
Yeah,
enough, too, man. He's started an AI Dynasty League, so he's got 12 AI bots battling against each other.
that's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, not sponsored, but maybe someday, But yeah, it definitely sounds like a awesome tool. The more tools you have in your tool belt, the better dynasty and fantasy player you are, just in general.
Bro, this after that last trade with RJ Harvey going for the 110, maybe I should go send some RJ Harvey for Roma Dunze. Two, 10 by 11, full PPR, half point tight end premium. Eli Stowers or Roma Dunze. I'm pretty square on
Yeah,
the Roma Dunze side,
yeah, for sure.
even in a 10 by 11. Um, how about this one? CJ Stroud in a 12 by 10 super flex, full PPR, half point tight end premium, or Eli Stowers in the 205.
Who would have told you we'd be in this spot a year ago, J Mac? Who
Why
would
did
have?
I
I mean,
stop on
I
this
told you,
trade?
it, but you didn't listen to me. No, I mean, in the superflex, I think I still have to take CJ Stroud, no matter like how much I don't believe in him. I mean, he's a starting quarterback on an NFL team who's going to definitely get a second contract here and be paid a lot of money and still be a starter for, at least another 4 years, 5 years, hopefully. I mean, if Kyler Murray, kind of on that trajectory, you hope he can figure something out and show more of what he showed in his rookie year than he has, especially this last year. Maybe, the offensive line is the biggest problem. You're hoping he figures it out, but I think in a two quarterback, it just has to be CJ Stroud just based on future economics of the league and the value that a quarterback holds in a super flex league.
That's why I stopped on this trade. I wanted to hear you pick CJ Stroud.
Yeah, one of the only times I would. Yeah, I mean, the crazy thing is, I was in a dynasty league, where I traded CJ Stroud for one first round pick. It was offered to me. It was not a good trade for the other manager, but he offered it to me. And the commissioner of the league quit over that trade. And then now I think revisiting the trade, it is not that bad of a trade. It was not
Yeah.
that bad of a trade. It was it really wasn't. I mean, then I flipped CJ Stroud and some other stuff for Lamar Jackson, but
What did
yeah,
the pick turn into?
yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of research to do right now.
It's
It
not
wasn't
on dynastyhelper.com. You go over there, you can look at all the past trades and it tells you what the picks turned into. It's actually a really cool tool. So,
again not sponsored, but AI is a wonderful thing. As
plugging
long
it.
as it doesn't take JMac's job,
I'm plugging it.
we love AI
We're
over here.
safe. We're safe
We're safe for now.
for now. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Let's do this one. Another quarterback one here. Baker Mayfield or Kyler Murray and Eli Stowers in a 10 by 11 Superflex full PPR half point tight end premium.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm just always defending Kyler Murray, but I feel like I want to take Kyler Murray and the extra player here. Like
Mm.
Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray on a points per game basis, are they really a full starting tight end who in a 1.5, points per catch for a tight end difference? I feel like they're not. And just playing the numbers game and the points per game scored on a weekly basis, I feel like you come out. Obviously, that could all completely tank and be horrible if Kyler Murray doesn't get a starting job or even starts after this year. But I'm just making the gamble that I think Kyler, if Justin Fields can be given as many opportunities he has to start, if some of these players can find teams, I feel like Kyler Murray could bounce from a few teams for the next 3 years or so. So I think I'd take that side.
Yeah, I think if Kyler Murray lands in Minnesota, I mean, this pretty easily favors the package side, I feel like. Especially since Baker Mayfield's value is pretty low right now. People are down on him off of that kind of bizarre year, right? I mean, he started off so hot and then cooled off to
Yeah.
to freezing temperatures. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was a total Jekyll and Hyde type of MVP for the first half. Had who was the rookie wide receiver?
Yeah, Egbuka.
Egbuka, Boo,
Emeka
looking
Egbigbu.
like one of the best picks in NFL and rookie drafts. And then that second half, man, I think he was just playing hurt. At least that's what I want to think. But he's got another coordinator. I feel bad for Baker. It feels like the cards, every time it's looking up, man, it's something just comes around and knocks him down. But yeah, I think for me, I'd gamble on Kyler Murray having a starting job. Hopefully it's Minnesota, not the Jets, and then take my Stowers and run.
I mean, Kyler Murray is just Baker Mayfield 3 years ago, right?
And 3 inches shorter, probably, something like that. Yeah.
All right, and on that note, let's get out of here. That was fun, man. Hopefully you guys stick around. We're going to be doing more of this as we get new information and new values on these guys. We're going to be reviewing them. As we get into the summer, we'll start looking at some best ball values on these rookies and where we should start looking at them. And then again, when the summer and preseason hits, we'll start looking at redraft values for these guys and keeping you guys plugged in even through the season as it goes. So stick around. We got a lot more of this coming up for you guys.
Yep. As always, thank you to Player Profiler, Rookie HQ, for hosting us. We're a Future First podcast. We can find us on our own YouTube channel, anywhere you get your podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. We appreciate you guys. We're out.